Another important point as marketers, we have to get involved with our agencies, with the media houses, with the creators, everything. Radio is not something you leave on the side for an engineer and a producer to do. It's something you get involved with from the outset. And if it's not working, you change it. That's the beauty of radio. It's not. I'm always amazed when there's a TV shoot done, the amount of staff members that arrive at a TV shoot. I don't know if it's the catering or whatever it is, but everyone goes. When it's radio, you've got 3 people in the studio. To me, radio is more important than TV because, as Mark says, you can get into people's lives in a way you can't with TV. My favorite is, how long is a radio spot? How long is a piece of string? Well, the answer is simple. It's got to be as long as it takes to get the message across. And it's quite funny working with our agency. When we first wrote scripts that had to match 60 seconds, we battled. When we said, let's just write it till it's finished, we're about 3 seconds off. And guess what? We can squeeze ads, we can change things, you can edit and copy. So sometimes don't let the duration of the spot hamper your creativity. Write the spot, then look at the time. Media planning maketh the spot. In July, we went aggressively and we basically decided to blow people's ears off. For years, we've been competing with the other banks, and the way it works is Apps is number 1, Standard Bank's number 2, FNB is number 3, so goes the market share of media spend, and so does the share of voice. Our competitors have been quiet. We took the opportunity and we gassed it. We didn't hold back, and I mean, most of you, I don't think any of you, or unless you were away for a month, didn't hear at least one of those ads. And that was the idea. We said, our customers in front of us, we're going to shout, we're not going to whisper. And that was also part of the strategy why we broke away from having 45-second ads sporadically over the media schedule. We decided that in the first hour you should at least hear 2 or 3 ads. So that if you're stuck in the traffic between 6 and 7, you got the message and you got it loud and clear. In fact, most of the complaints I got from customers actually quoted our ads. I said, I'm sick and tired of hearing the ad where you have to have 100,000 Rand to qualify for a gold card. I said, thank you, you listen. So there's no such thing as bad PR, and there's definitely no such thing as too much exposure. My personal one is I've spent time in places like Radmark, and it's a thing that I know they are very good at, but stations and a lot of other buying houses must stop painting by numbers. People don't, these Telmore runs and looking at spots and saying, oh, you can't do that because it's longer than 30 seconds. It's over. A number of stations, and I won't mention them, wouldn't flight any of those ads because of the durations. We even sent them while we were in studio saying, have a listen, it's not an infomercial. They refused to do it, they didn't listen. Pleased to say, today all those stations are now flighting those ads. So you can push back. If you've got good radio, it'll work, and it's entertaining, and that's the number 1 thing you've got to remember. It has to be entertaining for the listener. The other thing is try to be topical, and if you can't be topical, be entertaining. And I think those ads are entertaining. I've heard them 12 million times, and I still get a giggle out of them. You know, it's fun, it's entertaining, and they are topical. You know, Nando's for years have been good at doing that type of thing. We shouldn't stop doing it. And of course, everyone loves the soapy. I know everyone rushes home and what's the latest on DSTV, but everyone loves the soapy and they love to see things unplay, and they like to fight for the underdog. In fact, we've got people who really feel sorry for Steve and say, how can you pick on Steve? It's an advert, it's not real, but it does happen. Of course, sonic triggers has always been my personal favorite, is that when you can use them, because I tell you, when SA Home Loans came out with their ads and that mnemonic came with the telephone, everyone went, oh, that's FNB, okay? Because we got out there, we've been doing it for years. 5 years ago was the first time we did that construct, but it does work, and we kept everything the same in every ad. You hear the same number of rings, the same sort of handset going down. Steve says the same thing the same way every time when he starts, and we end off every ad the same way, and there's always a commonality, a bit of humor. But those ads, I promise you, if you hear the phone ring at home tonight after hearing these, you'll probably think Steve's calling you.